Hey everybody, Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and today I want to talk about Design Beast. I'm going to give you my review. I'm going to also show you a demo of some of the products, and I'm going to talk about the upsells or the one-time offers. And it very well may be time for you, as well as what I've done. It might be time to cancel some services. So let's take a look. What is Design Beast? It's a suite of graphics tools, okay, and it's a variety of them. You can use it for your own business or you can sell services. The front end offer includes 6 apps and it's currently priced at $67, and there may or may not be a coupon on the page. Just take a look. The 6 apps that are included are all-in-one design and mockup engine, slick image editor, one-click background remover, logo factory, 3D live motion photos, and magic object remover. Now some of these are really cool, so I'm going to show them to you. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Okay, so here I am in the dashboard. Now I have every single upsell. So if you may not, you'll see like right here, I have 10 in here instead of 6. And that's because I've upgraded through all of the upsells. And you'll see that I have like sub users and everything else. And we'll talk more about those when we go back. But let's look at these first 6. Oh, and something I should mention also is that I have unlimited credits. And that's one of the upsells that we'll talk about. But you get 600 credits every month, and it resets every month. So if you don't use them, you lose them. If you just get the front end and you don't get the unlimited upgrade, right? So we're going to go ahead and let's just first start in this all-in-one design and mockup engine. Now this is really cool because I currently, and we'll talk more about this, but I pay annually for a mock-up software, like just the mock-up software, right? Now I'm going to show you, this is mock-up, this is a Square version. So I think they have Square and Landscape, and you can see here that this means something special. These are like premium ones. Those are part of upsells. So I don't know which one's which. I'm sorry, I have all of them, so I don't know which one's which. But here you can see where they've got lots of different mock-up options. And I think this is really cool because there are different software programs that do it, but they've been getting increasingly expensive. So this is a one payment option at the time of this recording. So you can come in here. I really like these computer ones too, by the way. These simple computer ones. I could put my little digital trainings and stuff on here. It's pretty cool, right? So here's one for those of you who have been following our Sell Your Services. Look, you can even do your own app type things here. So that's pretty cool. So I like these. So that's the mock-up imager or image software part. Then I'm going to go back. I'm not going to go into detail with this one because I don't have any of my own. I don't have any of my own things. So they have a landscape right here. Then they have banner set. This is really cool. Okay. So if you were using, say, something like Canva as an example, which I like Canva, I use it all the time. And it's going to be hard for me to switch simply because I use it all the time. But I use the free version of Canva, and it's been a little frustrating with Canva lately because some of the stuff that I use has been switched to premium where you have to pay to access it. And I'm like, wait, why? I don't want to pay for this. This is the whole point of me. I'm using the free version because I don't need some of the tools. In fact, I don't need any of the tools of the paid version, but they're turning that into, you're going to be forced into that eventually if you want to have a full suite of tools. So keep that in the back of your mind as we're going through this, okay? So now banner sets include 10 different sizes all at once. So I've been playing with these because I do have something that I need to create. And I'm not going to do the full thing because I just want to show you kind of like a little bit of it. Right? So let's just go ahead and let's pick this one. Now, of course, the one that, let me see if I can get out of it for a second. This one has a little crown on it. So let's pick one that's not. Let's pick one that's in the... if it doesn't have it, it's probably going to be in that front end. So we'll go ahead and pick maybe this one. And now you can put a logo here. I don't have a logo with these dimensions. Mine turns out really small. So I'm just going to skip and proceed to editor. Then you have to pause. You have to wait for a little bit for it to pull up. This is an online based, so it's not on your computer, right? So it's online based, so you don't have to worry about downloading stuff until you're ready to download it. But the software itself, everything is run online. All right, so now you can see here where we've got some text on here, which clearly needs to be adjusted. And then we've got some different sizes over here, right? And the various sizes, the one thing that I would say is you need to figure out what is what. Because, you know, if you wanted to do like me, I want to do Pinterest, Instagram, maybe LinkedIn, possibly YouTube. It just depends on, it just depends. I probably don't want to do YouTube at the same time. I probably want a custom one for that. So let's just go with basic. So Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Pinterest actually has multiple sizes you can do. Instagram has multiple sizes, and Facebook has multiple sizes. So theoretically, you could create quite a few different ones, like square and landscape and square and vertical, and so you've got all these different options that you can do. And you can come in here and you can see. I would figure out which ones are which though. And one of the recommendations I would make to the developers of this would be, hey, maybe you put the dimensions here so people can see them real quick, so they know which ones they are. But theoretically, what you're doing is you're adjusting all of them, and then you're downloading them all, right? So we can just come in here, and I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to delete this sucker right here. Now, when you're here, you have two options with your text. And this only works with text, not with the images. But let's say you want to change this to get your free ebook, right? And then you can see where it changed it. Get your free ebook, get your free ebook, get your free ebook. So it changed the text on all of these. Now, you may have to, rearrange or whatever. And in fact, this one doesn't have a picture thing I can get to. It's probably the background image. Yeah, that is. It's a background. So I'm going to delete that. And I actually have an upload here. So I'm going to let that be on the top. Put this back. But you see how that didn't change everything, right? So I'd have to still go in to each one manually and do that. Now, because the picture's in the background, I may want to choose a different template, but that's something that you can play with, right? You can say, hey, this is what I like. This is what I want to do. Maybe you want to keep the image and just add different fonts to it. And, of course, you don't want to say join us. You would say, sorry, my mouse is being weird. Anyway, you would say, get now, and this is where, again, this is where I'd want to know the different sizes, because if this is an Instagram size, I would probably want to say link in bio, right? Sorry, I'm messing with this, and I can't. You may need to delete it and just put a new one in. So you do have to play with it a little bit and get familiar with it. I am still brand new to this. I'm still playing with it. This is the first time I've actually looked at this template. Probably a bad idea on my part. But what's really cool about it is that you get to, to do this. And so let's say this was the LinkedIn one, and I don't want to put it on everything, right? So now I'm going to unclick bulk text, and I'm going to say link in, come on, mouse. I think it might be dying. That, and it's the middle of the night when I'm recording this, so things are going to break. It's just the laws of live, and you might want that bigger and then make this bigger. Just depends. So, but I don't want link in bio on everything, right? Because I only want that on my Instagram one. So maybe I delete this, and maybe I make this one, maybe I make the ebook bigger. I can move out some of the images if I want. So maybe I just make that a little bit bigger. Still kind of fun with the pictures there and everything. Now, I made this in the ebook platform. They have their own 3D mock-up within it. So that was not part of this, but I had that image ready to go. So, I could do that and maybe add some more stuff. Maybe go ahead and put my, sorry, there's a lot of stuff in here. Maybe put my logo in here, whatever it is, right? So that's this one, and I wanted to give you, and if you want to change the pictures on the other ones, you just click to that one, and then you can change the picture. Now we've undone the link, so I didn't even spell it right. Link. Oh, that must have been when I was goofing off, huh? Because that one says link in bio. So see, it was doing it. I was just messing it up. So this is just, again, I'm just playing with this, showing you the potential. There is a really good potential with this. I really like the idea of being able to do this all at once. The only other tools that I'm aware of that can do this all at once, Canva can do it, but you have to do the paid version. And then I believe you can set this up in Adobe Photoshop or Adobe InDesign or Illustrator. So basically the Adobe products, right? So you can set up boards and you can do it there as well. Same concept though, right? Same concept. Now they're I'm sure there are actions and lots of different software things. So if you're like totally into software and you want something super high tech, you probably want to go with Adobe. However, if you're more like me and you don't want to figure out how to do all that stuff, you can do it here all at once. And so you can just say, okay, I've got all my images, all my assets in one spot. You can also do this in Canva if you want, right? Where you go to Canva, you create it, but Canva you can't do when you do multiple pages. Let me show you. So when you do multiple pages in Canva, let's just go to one of my designs. I'm actually been working on this one, right? So now if I want to add another page, it's the same size. I can't change the size, right? I can't, because they want you to pay to be able to do that. So if you want to be able to get different sizes on here, you've got to pay to upgrade. So Canva, again, very powerful tool for being, especially even on the free version. But again, they're shifting a lot of stuff from free to paid. This is one of them. So if you're like, hey, I really like this, there's really good, like I said, this is really nice. Even if you don't, let's say you just don't you don't even use the whole bulk text where you're changing all of it, right? You're not doing this get your free ebook. You're not making it so that it changes all the time, right? You're doing each and every single one individually. That's still good, because now you can see them all. You can make them all consistent. You can start with a same base. There's a lot of functionality in this. And this is if you want to do this particular version. So like I said, so now I've shown you the mock-up and I've shown you the banner set. Now you have other ones here. They've got book cover, they've got brochure, certificate, coupon, Facebook ads, which you could technically do a post that size too, but whatever. Facebook cover, you've got a flyer, Google ads, Instagram ad. Again, you can do like a post that way too if you wanted to. Here's an Instagram story, which by the way could also work for Pinterest. So you come in here and they already have templates in here, right? So let's go in. I have not played with this because I haven't gotten to this part yet. So you just come in here and you can change this out as you want, right? It's really easy, really simple to use. A lot like Canva, except that, like I said, a lot of this stuff, a lot of templates, you only get like a handful of templates. So you get more templates depending on what level you're at. And then let's go back in here. And you can even go by, now again, this is, I don't know if this is in all of them, if it's in the front end or not, but you can come in here and you look at accountant and you're like, hey, you need some ideas. Maybe look at Pinterest ad, which could be just a post as well. Let's see, you've got web banner, book cover, Twitter post, YouTube thumbnail. Yeah, if you want to do thumbnails, that's pretty cool too, by the way. Let's go back for a second. I'll show you that one. YouTube. I like this one, tickets. That one cracks me up. So YouTube thumbnail, and they look at that, all these templates they have in here. Again, the ones with the little upgrade things, but you do still have several of these in here, and you can also go from scratch. You don't have to do it with a template. So there's a lot of different things to get you started, and I'll tell you what, these are a lot better than the ones in Canva. Sorry, Canva. And Canva's got a lot of ones that are paid that just don't cut it. And I'm like, wow, you know what? This one right here is better than 90% of the ones that I see in Canva, or, you've got, it depends on your niche. They might be like specific, like there's some gamer ones that have like specific templates that they use and everything. And like, look at this real estate one. That's a nice looking real estate one. And it's granted, it's just the picture, but it's got this kind of built out. You got your little logo and they got this real estate looking for, that should be an agent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure an agent. Middle of the night. Grammar doesn't really count, but whatever, right? So there's a lot of different options in here. Again, like I said, I've got the upgrades. So you're going to see some that you wouldn't have on the front end if you chose to just stay with that. But there's a lot of different options. And these look good, right? These look good. And you can swap out images. You can customize these further. You can do what you want. But this is a really good start to, if you're like, hey, there's plenty of people who want custom thumbnails, or custom YouTube thumbnails. But I'm going to tell you what, this would be perfect for most companies, right? I mean, you have plenty of options in here. So whether you're offering it as a service or using it yourself, tons of resources just in the YouTube thumbnail one, right? So that's pretty much what the design, what is this one? All-in-one design and mockup engine. That's what it is. There's a lot of different resources here and a lot of different options. So now let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go back and check our presentation real quick and see. So we did the all-in-one design and mockup engine. I'm going to skip the slick image editor. You can check that out on the sales page. It's basically just editing professionally. And I don't have an image to edit professionally right now. But the one-click background remover. Okay. I have to tell you, I tested before I got on here. So I'm going to show you how well this does compared to Photoshop. Okay. So Photoshop, for those of you who don't know, Photoshop, let me pull it up. I already put a picture in here and everything. So this is actually a product that I have. I took this picture because back in the day when I took the picture, I could not get it to scan correctly because, it, you know, this is glittery, so light would shine off of it and it would be a completely different color. Kind of crazy. But so what happened was, in order for me to load this up to Amazon, which is where I primarily sold for this company, which is one of my companies, but in order to load it up onto Amazon, I have to remove the background. Like, they don't want these shadows on here, right? Now, I could probably do it and get away with it because I don't get enough traffic. But I can tell you that they have a software on Amazon that goes through and analyzes the images. And if it doesn't meet it, so like if I had something in the background that doesn't meet it, it'll get flagged. And then I don't know if they manually review it or it goes through like a second software or what, because there's plenty, you go through Amazon, there's plenty of ones that you're like, that violates Amazon selling terms. They're not supposed to have that on there. And so I don't know when they do. I have had images flagged. I've had images flagged and I've been told, and the entire listing, suspended, not suspended, but like kind of removed from selling because of the images. So I have to remove the background to prevent that from happening. So this one, they have a, what they call a magic, it's a magic background, open. So magic eraser tool, right? So basically you come in here just like a one-click background tool and you click the button. All right. So a couple things. One is that it erased some of my earring wire here, which is annoying. And it didn't really get up close to it, right? So all that shadow part is not there. So this is what it did. I don't know. They have a tolerance level on here and stuff. Look, I'm not that savvy. I want to be able to just push the button and have it work right. So I'm not that savvy. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't know how all this works and blah, blah, blah. So I come over here into one-click background remover. And I'm going to upload the same exact image right here. Okay. And then I'm going to look and see. So this is without doing any editing whatsoever, right? You have an edit option here. Look at this. I have my wire there, which is critical. This is critical to have in my picture. And it comes all the way up here. Now, yeah, this spot isn't gone, but you know what? I bet if I left it exactly like it is and just use it that way, it would work on Amazon because it's inside of the actual product. But I can further edit it if I want to. So I can zoom in. And I mean, that's a nice clean, those just look like they're floating in air right now. So I can come in here and I can, you know, clean it up a little bit more if I want to. And my mouse is really bad, so we're not going to do a whole lot of this and make it look good. If your mouse isn't bad, you could probably do this easily. I can't even do this in Photoshop, for the record. I used to, but something happened and I don't know what. So but you could come in here and you can clean it up and make it, if you wanted to make it like perfect. This is one of the best one-click background removers I've ever seen. Right? I've ever seen. I mean, like I said, Adobe, maybe if I play with it long enough. There's ones that are online. I've done this exact same product, right? On ones that were online. And they're like, yeah, just pay $67 and you can get access to this. Some of them are monthly payments. And my sister and I both looked at this going, not this particular one, but at those going, oh man, that might be the only solution. So we don't have to get Adobe. Well, I broke down, got Adobe, and guess what I have to do when I do these images? I have to sit here and cut all the way along the edges and then erase the rest of it because it'll have like splotchy spots on it and everything, which I didn't bother to show you. But this is one of the most amazing background removal tools. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try another one. So I have another image here and we'll try it in Photoshop too. So let's see. I'm going to pull this over because I don't want to make you guys sick. So I'm going to find the one that I downloaded earlier. It is a sunflower design. And I got it off of Pixabay. Right, Pixabay is free, royalty free. Oh, and actually, while that's loading, we'll come back here. We'll see what happens. I have not done it in this. This will be brand new, right? Oh man, I just don't want to make you guys sick. So we'll do downloads. Go into whatever folder that was, if I can find it. Here it is. Yes, I download like a ton of stuff every day. All right, so this is the image. This I have, again, same tolerance and everything. This is a problem. Okay, and it's what it's doing is it's erasing those particular colors from that until it butts up to a problem. Like I said, I could probably go in and play with it a little bit more and try to get it. So, and this is not one click for the record. This is a lot of clicks so far. And I don't even think I want to keep that. So I'm just going to leave it. Maybe I'll erase it too. Because that's not very sunflowery. Anyway, so I'm already now at the point where I'm like, okay, this is kind of annoying. But even if I just want to come around here and just get the sunflower and then manually change it. Right? Just take that off myself. As long as I don't, again, mouse problems. As in, like, my computer mouse, not like I have mice in my area. So anyway, so I can come in here and keep doing this. And make it look pretty good. Right? The sunflower looks pretty good. It got around it pretty decent. I don't even remember what this was, but I'm going to go ahead and take that, get rid of this. I don't want that. I just want my sunflower there. Right? So that was a pretty complex background. So it makes sense that it would have problems and everything. I don't like that it has problems, but it makes sense. So now let's go over, I'm obviously going to keep doing this, even though it's addictive. And let's see that is a lot better, right? A lot better. So let's go ahead and edit this image. I don't like this here, so I can move the brush size, make it bigger. Again, you can move in, you can zoom in so that it's, sorry, the background is moving. I did try this one earlier. So we're going to make it bigger. So that's how I knew how well it would work. Right? I'm just going to kind of get rid of that. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, right? I mean, it could. You might want it to be 100% perfect, but I think that's fine. And other than this random little spot right there, everything else looks really good to me. So I'm going to zoom back out and I'm at 70%. So now that's a really good one. Now I can go ahead and download. I'm going to save the changes. I'm going to download that because I'm going to keep it for later. That for me is excellent. This was way better than dealing with Photoshop, right? Way better. So that is the one-click background remover. Pretty simple, very powerful. Like I said, I've seen people selling it for $67, $87, $97, $197. I've seen different software programs that you pay once, and other ones they're like, okay, give us $10 a month or something. They want to be similar. In fact, we'll talk more about the Adobe cost too. So then they've got Logo Factory. Now Logo Factory is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to be creating a logo. So we're going to go ahead and do one here for me. I'm going to spell it right. I seem to do that a lot. I don't have a tagline. I probably do. I don't know. We're going to say create logo. We're going to keep it graphical because that's pretty standard. You can do initials or signature. So we're going to choose a niche. Let's choose something different. So I already did one that I like and downloaded it. But I'm going to pretend that I am a tailor. I don't know why. I just feel like it. I don't actually know a lot of tailors now that I say that. But in the crafting world, it would probably work well. So now you see that it's coming up with a lot of different designs here. So this is, and that was fast, right? You just you literally just be like, okay, here you go, pick, some of these, whatever, and send them to your client. Or you could have them narrow it down. You could maybe pick 3 and go, do you like any of these? This one's actually kind of cool, right? So now you can just download it straight as it is. Or if you want to, you can customize it. Now you're like, why would I want to customize it? Well, perhaps there's a specific color scheme you want. I actually like those colors. Maybe you want to add something to it. Maybe you want to, in this case, I'm going to say none for the background because that would make it more focus on this. And then that's just zooming in, I guess. Maybe you want to change it, right? Like I said, I like the color, but perhaps you want to make it, I don't know, purpley or something. You can do that. Then you can just copy this if you want it to be the same color, the font to be the same color. So if your client has, if you or your client, oops, I forgot to hit enter. If you or your client has a specific color scheme or something, like if you have 2 colors or I don't know. It seems to be like a high school thing, right? Maroon and gold. Those are our two colors. And I'm sure they have specific color codes when I'm trying to remember what my college one was. I don't know why I remember high school, but college took me longer. I'm like, why can I not remember college? But I remember high school. So it was traumatic. That's why, right? So you could do, you know, a color scheme if that's what it is. And then you can just download it and you can save it, right? So this is really cool. I like this because I used to have a software program, and again, I'll talk more about this, but I used to have a software program that specifically did this, and it was a fraction of this, and it costs more for just one tool, right? So now they've got animated ad builder, and is Pixel Perfect in that one? I don't think so. I think it goes like this. Hold on. Let's look at it again. So we did the one-click background remover, did logo factory, 3D live motion photos, and magic object remover. So magic object remover is just that. It removes an object from a picture. In fact, we could probably test that. I have a lot of stuff open. Shh. Okay, so magic object remover. Let's use that same image here. Let's use the sunflower. Right, and then I can't remember how to do this because I haven't done it yet, but we'll use, maybe we just want to do this one. I can't remember if that'll remove it or keep it, to be honest. And I don't think you have to be very perfect either, but we'll see. See what happens. That was a guess. This is the Kim thing, right? Ooh, look, it took out a bunch of it, not all of it. So let's go ahead and see if I can get the rest of this out. I'll just color it all in because I don't want that in there. And now let's proceed. Look at that. That is really cool. I mean, that is awesome. It took that out. Now I have that. That's pretty cool. That is... Again, I haven't tested this yet. I just came in here and did this. That's how easy it is, okay? This is cool. This is a game changer for having the same images as everybody else, right? You go to Pixabay, you download an image, everybody has the same one. Now you can download an image, you can make it unique, right? You can make it unique now. So this is very, very cool. Very cool. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And again, I've never seen a tool like that, and I'm sure Adobe has a way to do that, but I don't know how to do it. So the other one was, so we did magic object. Let's do 3D live motion photos. And they have 3D motion photos. Convert your 2D photos to engaging 3D motion photos. Motion videos. Ooh. Let's try that one. So we're going to upload the same image because we're going to just, everybody's going to love sunflowers. They're going to be so phenomenally surprised by how amazing sunflowers are. Where did it go? There it is. All right. So you can pick the size you want. Let's go ahead and do mobile in the first place and make this much bigger. And we're going to say proceed. What do I need to do? I can't remember what I need to do. So, oh, draw direction, right? So let's draw the direction. I don't know what I'm drawing, guys. Sorry. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, that's weird. I shouldn't have done that. Let's stop that. Let's undo what I did. Ooh, let's move all those. Okay, so let's instead do, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just do, oh, that's still weird, huh? Still weird? What else can I do? So I can make it faster or slower. Pinpoints. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Again, I could watch the training on this. That would be helpful. So I'm going to basically pin it here, right? And I'm going to tell this stuff not to move. I guess that's what it looks like to me. And then I'm going to draw the direction and I'm going to go like this and see what happens. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just playing with this right now. Huh. That's still kind of weird, huh? All right, so let's go back and let's try this one instead. Convert your 2D images to moving. So we'll use the same image. And what you could pull from stock photos there. Oh, you know what I should do? I should use my new image. Right? Let's undo. Let's go back. A new image. Downloaded it, right? Isn't that what I did on the last one? Ooh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got that one that yeah, nice. Okay. So now, again, I should probably check the training, but we'll just play with it anyway. So we're going to do, I guess, gray. What happens here? I don't know. I'm just guessing here, guys. Again, you can watch the training and probably do this a lot easier, but I wanted to show you how easy it was when you don't even watch the training. Okay, I showed you the stuff that I really liked, and now I'm just playing. Okay, so let's see what happens when I do that one. Oops. I think I forgot to do something. I don't know what I hit. I accidentally hit 2 buttons. It says in process. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. All right, so we've talked about all of these, and that's the front end. So now I mentioned this, and we're going to talk about the first upsell in just a second, but the front end has limited templates and only 600 credits. Okay. Now the first upsell, and again, the upsells might be in a different order because I purchased this as a bundle, and I don't think the bundle's available anymore. I think it's a similar price anyway, but I didn't go through this, so I don't know which order it is in. I just know what order it was announced in. So this is the Design Beast Elite is the first one. You get more templates, so 2,000 plus more templates, and 80 new templates each month for a year. Thousands of premium text effects and animations, millions of premium royalty-free design assets, icons, and vectors. So I'm guessing you may not get direct access to that. You could always go onto Pixabay and download them yourself if you wanted to. And then no monthly fees. You get access to the templates forever. So what's nice about this, though, gives you more options. Upsell number 2, Design Beast Agency. This is for those of you who either don't want to do the work yourself and you want to, have somebody else do it, but you want to just go ahead and buy the software. Or, so you get 5 extra agency sub-accounts for virtual workers and family, step-by-step videos on how to sell your designs for top dollar, done for you agency marketing bundles, so sales, video, business cards, brochures, flyers, all the type of, marketing stuff you need, done for you legal client contracts, which is a big thing for people, and then done for you agency website. Okay, but I have all those. I haven't played with all of them. Upsell number 3, you get the Video Resizer, where it resizes videos to other sizes. Pixel Perfect, which turns low quality images to high quality. Animated Ads Bundle, create animated graphics and ad sizes. Video Survey Pro, capture video testimonials, off bonuses for people who leave video reviews. I'm going to be honest on this one. Not too impressed with all of these. And the reason why is because I can still do what I want. So like with the Video Resizer, I can resize videos in Canva already, and I can do more with it. So I'm kind of torn on whether I recommend this or not, but I will say that the one thing I'm glad I have it for is what if or when Canva does turn that video resizing option into paid, right? So then I'm like, well, then I'm covered. This would be my backup to that, but I don't like promoting something that way, because that's a what if scenario. So yes, you can use it. You can add text above and below it. It's really, really, really cool for, there used to be a software I paid for that does this, where you can add text to the top and the bottom, and you put it in like Facebook or whatever, and then you have the video playing in the middle. And I can't remember what they called that, but that particular software, which I don't even use anymore, right? Because I can do it in Canva, or I can do it now with this. So if you're just like, hey, I just need to throw some text in there, sometimes it is a little bit faster to do this, but this isn't specialty thing. It doesn't take your video and change it, right? And that's what I mean by you can do the exact same thing in Canva for free. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one, like I said. Pixel Perfect, on the other hand, turn low quality images to high quality. I don't have any low quality images to test that on, and I don't know enough about it, but what I can say is that this type of technology is used in security, and I used to own a security company. And there is some images that you just cannot get to be a better quality. You can run as much software as you want on it. It would not be admissible in a court of law, and it might make up, alien spaceships and stuff. And that's because there's just some images that just can't be changed. But this type of technology is useful, and I'm sure that there are things, if you have Adobe, that are in there that'll do that. The whole point of this is to say that, hey, you don't have to have Adobe. So I can't test that, so I can't tell you one way or the other, but what I can say is that based on my experience, that you're still going to have some images that are going to need help, and this kind of software won't help it no matter what. But if you have some low quality images that you want to move to high quality for printing, that would definitely be worth it. Animated Ads Builder, create animated graphics and ad sizes. So they have some like preset ad sizes. You put the templates in there and then you kind of like turn them on. You can do the same thing in Canva for free, but again, that's where I said I'm concerned that Canva is going to be shifting that stuff to paid. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to get the graphics in Canva already. So that this would be obviously part of it in there. Video Survey Pro, this isn't really my cup of tea, so it's hard for me to give, feedback on it. Capture video, you can capture video testimonials, offer bonuses for people who leave video reviews. You can have like quizzes and stuff in there, but it's just kind of like it links to the software. So it's not something you embed on your site. I think there's a lot of other tools out there that would be better for these, but if any of these fit your needs, then yeah, definitely get it. But if they don't, then it might be something you could skip. All right, so upsell number 4 is Design Beast Unlimited. Out of all of these, I would recommend that you get, the only one I don't recommend would be this last one, right? So let's go back for a second, just real quick. I'm going to go back. So of course, the front end is actually $67 with possible coupons. Design Beast Elite gives you more templates. Like I said, you saw how many templates were upsells. So I do recommend the upsells or the templates. So this one is $67. Design Beast Agency, if you need this, I kind of would say if you're going to plan on selling services, you should definitely do this and consider it. Because if you get sick or you want to add on a partner or whatever, then you can at least add the agency sub account. You have the agency sub accounts for that, right? And then this one's kind of an up to you, and then unlimited. So I would recommend if you're not an agency and you don't think you're ever going to need to share it, then you don't need to do number 2. But look at if you go through it and you're buying them, just watch the videos and you can make a decision. So the unlimited I do recommend though, because if you're like me, 1 month you're doing nothing and the next month that's all you're doing all month long. And so 600 credits may not be enough on the months that you get really active, right? And that's why I do recommend the unlimited. So I pay $90 a year or $15 a month if I were to pay that, other people probably do, for a mock-up software. And I only use a handful of the mock-ups. It's canceled, right? I mean, it's paid for till the end of the year, but I'm not paying any more for it. And that's $90 just for the year. I paid $60 to $80 for a logo creation software that is half as good as the logo creation software in this package. Okay. The background remover software was extremely impressive. You saw how good it was. So I don't need Adobe for that anymore. So theoretically, I know people who only buy Adobe to do stuff like that, right? They could cancel Adobe. I can't because I use it for other stuff right now, but eventually I could. And of course, I talked about a lot more in there that is just extremely valuable, even if it's just the front end. So if you need graphics, you should definitely consider the software. The total cost of everything at the time of publishing this video is somewhere between $251 and $269. And that's because when I looked at the sales page before I hopped on here, there was an $18 coupon off on the front end, right? Now, 1 year of Adobe Photoshop. So I put the prices up here. This is a screenshot straight from their thing today, right? $20.99 a month. You have to commit to like an entire year to get these prices. This is the photography one. So you get, I think you get Photoshop and Lightroom. So I don't know if it's an add-on or what the deal is, but anyway. And then all apps, if you're doing all apps, it's $52.99 a month. This is the version, this is what I have right now, right? Eventually, I might downgrade to just Photoshop, or I might just get rid of it altogether if I can get my automation to work with this. So that's the one thing. I can't cancel Photoshop until I get my automation to work somewhere else. So the 1 year of Adobe Photoshop and 1 year of $90 software is $341.88 for 1 year, right? And we're talking a lifetime. You get lifetime access. Now, I do want to caution, one thing that I get concerned about when I'm doing this is that when it's a one-time payment, sometimes they don't update the technology. Now, the guy that sells this, I don't want to mess it up. The guy who sells this, he's been doing stuff for quite a few years, and some of his stuff doesn't work anymore and some of his stuff does, right? So it just kind of depends, I think, on what the interest is. But this is all valid software that works right now. And I'm sorry, but I can save just by switching for the next year. Even if the software only lasted for a year, I'm saving money, right? And that's what, to me, I look at it and I go, you know what? I bet this would last a good 5 years. I would say 5 years. So I'm going to say, okay, 5 years, I'm going to pay, $270 for 5 years. So we're going to pay, even if it only lasted 5 years, at $54 a month, I'm still saving money just using it for mock-ups, literally. And that's buying the whole thing. If you just buy the front end, which I said was $67, right? And then there's an $18 coupon, so $49. And if it lasts for 5 years, you paid $10 for, a year for the next 5 years, essentially, if it were to die off for some reason. So that's the one thing I am concerned about. And that's mostly because technology does change quickly. I had a software that connected with Facebook. Facebook, changed the connection. And so it only lasted about 5 years. And that was a really good one. And about $67, I think, when I bought it. So that's just one word of caution that I would say if you've made it this far in the video. All right, so now I am going to have some bonuses on this. I don't always announce my bonuses, but I usually try to put something in here. So if you get the front end purchase, you're going to get access to 200 additional objects you can load into your software and use. Okay. Some of these objects are going to be similar to ones that are in there, but they're not going to be the same. I'm trying to check them all. So they're not all loaded in there. Plus you get access to 50 plus membership related graphics, buttons, cart images. You can see these here. So like if you're into promoting membership stuff, or you want to maybe start your own membership area or whatever, you can have some different pretty little graphics here to help you with that. Now, I didn't find anything like this in there. But again, they have templates and images and stuff that are coming all the time. So 3 custom sets of alphabet and numbers. I'm a huge fan of making something creative. So, if I do 9, having the 9 be creative. Now, for the most part, I just use the Canva ones, but Canva, again, has been limiting the options. So I'm going to make these, and they're going to be yours once they're all done. But I'm going to do 3 custom sets, and that'll be it, even with the front end purchase. Now, if you purchase the unlimited upgrade, okay, so front end purchase and unlimited, I don't care about any of the ones in between. If you need those, get them. But if you purchase the unlimited as well, you're going to get access to a funnel software and hundreds more graphics, icons, and objects. Okay. So that's to do all that's manual. So I'm going to just give instructions when you buy it, you can go into JVZoo and you can say, hey, I purchased this, where are my bonuses? And you'll have a link to a document on how to claim it. Okay. Now, these are not, huge end all be all amazing stuff. And I understand that. And I may add more things to this later, or as you're going through and you're saying, hey, as we use it, if you're in the Little Biz Resources group, or, you're going through it and you're like, hey, this might work. What about this? If I have a resource, I will definitely share it with you, right? That's just kind of the way it works. So if you purchase this, you get special access to the bonuses through me. If you buy it through my link, I should say. Anyway, so I know this is long. I wanted to make sure you fully understand what you're purchasing. I know some people, $260, $270 is no big deal. And for others, that's like a huge, huge amount to have to invest in something like this. For me, I can tell you that the ease of use on some of these, like I said, I have so many pictures I can't use right now just simply because it takes too long to remove the background. That background remover alone is going to change Christmas for me, right? Because now I can sell the boxes and boxes of stuff that I haven't been able to sell because I haven't had time to sit down and remove the backgrounds manually from all of those. So for me, this was a no-brainer. Right? And I'm like, well, I'll pay $250 to get access to unlimited so I can do those all in one weekend or whatever. I don't even think I have 600 images, but that's not the point. So that plus being able to do the omnipresence the marketing, sorry, I'm again in the middle of the night recording this. So the marketing omnipresence where we're on multiple channels and doing stuff, to be able to do that for me is just, it saves time. And so until I get to the point where I can hire somebody, or I can, you know, the technology comes far enough where it's like, you know, push button monkey technology, then I can shift to something else. But right now, Adobe's expensive. It's to the point where it takes too long to learn the different elements if you don't already know it. And the changes that they make are just annoying at best. And that could just be me getting older and getting tired of change, but I don't know. So this is where you have to decide, hey, is this something that will be a benefit to me? Will it help me? And, you know, I've been doing a review of like 9 services that you can offer within 24 hours. These are services you can offer within 24 hours or less, right? I mean, I just showed you how to do some of them. Now, I don't know that if you're going to do, let's go back into it. Just have to find it again. If you're going to do something, why can I not find this? It's right there. Okay, so if you're going to do services where you're doing something, we never did go back into that one, did we? So if you're going to do something like you're just going to remove the background, I'll tell you what, go to Fiverr. I bet people will do for $5. Why? Because they probably have their software. So we'll say photo background removal. But I'll tell you what, I looked at this a couple years ago and it was like this. See, look, so this is a square. So I will do them. So they're going to do 10, but they got to be a square. So it's got to be super easy, right? Now, if you're going to do something more complex, this one, they are showing a little bit more complex, but I'll tell you, a lot of times what you do is you come in here and you'll say, okay, they're going to do 10 photos here. But when you read through it, it'll be, okay, well, if the photo is too complex or whatever it is, I don't know, it's gotten cheaper over the years because I used to have to pay $50 an image, right? And that's because mine were so complex. And I've gotten quotes from people that are at $5 and they go, oh no, you know what? That's too complex. It's going to be $50. That's what ended up happening. So I don't know that I would believe that these are going to be $5 for 10 images, but with how fast that worked, if you wanted to do $5 for 10 images and get some stars under your belt and you're selling on Fiverr, that'd be fine. If you want to add that as a service to somebody else and be like, hey, you know what? You're going to be setting up your e-commerce store. You need background removal on these products. Let me go ahead and I'll add that in there for, you know, $200 or something. And you're like, yeah, it'll be 20 images. We'll just add that in for $200. So when you're working and you're dealing with services, you may have to do some sort of image something, right? Maybe they want a new logo, or perhaps you just need to design something. You know, maybe you're going to be doing their social media marketing, right? And so a lot of these, especially those core ones, are going to be critical in helping you to speed up the process of delivering whatever the other service is. So even if you add this on as a, hey, you know what? No big deal. We'll go ahead and include that for free. At least you can, right? Oh yeah, you're buying an ebook from us. No worries. We'll go ahead and we'll make we'll create the ebook and we'll go ahead and do some social assets for you, some social media assets for you, right? So this is something that if you're offering services, you can either add it on and have it available. So when they say, hey, I don't have this, you can be like, okay, sure, here's an upsell, or, oh, hey, sure, no problem. We'll go ahead and include that, you know, whatever you want to do. So those are some ideas for you. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. And I have already made this long enough. I just wanted to make sure you saw a good detailed review of things that you can do. You've got Kim's tired, wanting to deal with technology brain, doing it easily. I mean, this one right here, I'm just like, okay, you saw I had all those images and I'm like, okay, yeah, do I want to go to bed? Yes, I need to go to bed. But I just want to make sure that you guys saw this. And the reason why I'm getting this out, if you've made it this far in the video, is because I'm going to be using this when I'm building different examples, right? So if I'm going to go in, I'm going to show a how-to on, say, the app design one. Oh, look, I need a logo. Let me quick make a logo. Oh, yeah, I need this. Let me quick make this, right? So this is what my go-to is going to be now. So I wanted to make sure I had this review done so I could reference it. All right, so check out the link if you're interested. If you have questions, please hop into the Facebook group. I'm really tired, so I don't know what else. And the editing is going to be minimal on this because I want to get it out and I'm tired and I've got more to do, right? So if you're watching this in order of when it's released, then following this will be the next services, and we're going to get that entire series out. And if you haven't already picked up your copy of the $10,000 a month with only 10 sales, that link will also be in the description. It is a free ebook and it'll show you how to use, there's actually 2 methods that I teach in there. One of them is selling services. Now, of course, you have to set your service prices. So I don't know if this would fit into your 10 sales or not. But like I said, you can use it as an add-on, as bonuses, as packages, etc., where you're offering this as part of your packages to help you reach that 10 sales to $10,000 a month. So if you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description and, get your copy of the free ebook. And if you're interested in this Design Beast and you want to purchase it through my link, I appreciate it. All proceeds go to supporting Kim's software habits / feeding my daughter sometimes too. My husband does work, so it's not like we starve. Just saying, I do contribute, try to contribute. So I appreciate you watching this and taking the time. Please, reach out to me if you have questions. I recommend the Facebook group, but you can also reach out through Facebook Messenger too. All right. Thank you and take care.